Hey everyone, it's me, John Jacob Sims Player Smith, and welcome to another part of my Sims 4 Pharaoh Legacy Dynasty series. So, here we are with Hattie, but I wanted to show off before we get really started some of the new changes I made to the Durong family palace, because there's like quite a few things I did. So, first off, I moved Adekoya to the basement and moved in Hattie and Tetsuya into his room, so that way they don't have to share a room with Grand Duchess Jawara because, you know what, Hattie's married. She doesn't want to share a room with her fake, but not fake, but totally real sister. And like, yeah, I love this room. I wanted to give it very African, as well as like Asian vibes. I'm not going to say, it's very generic, not specific to any one culture. But yeah, Hattie and Tetsuya are in this room. They have their own little bathroom, and they also have a little closet space here where Hattie is keeping a photo of her. What I'm saying is a photo of her actual grandma and actual grandpa, like her Nana and Popo. So I think that's really cute. Yeah. Like they're no longer around, but she has this secret shrine to them in her closet that no one's allowed in. She's like, don't go in there. That's my closet. It's very inappropriate. They also have their own little bathroom close by that I redecorated. It's gonna be more so theirs. And then Adequea, like I said, because he's an outcast in the Durong family now, he's kind of been moved to the basement. He's not royalty. He's sharing basically a space right next to the butler, Amy. So it's like, he is disgraced, but at least Grand Duchess Jawara has her own room, but she also has a present, which I want to give you guys an idea of what's in there soon. Hattie's working on charisma skill, for her job. She can't practice her swordsmanship skill because she needs level 4, 3. She needs to level up in swordsmanship skill in order to get promoted to the next rank in the noble career. But unfortunately, even though she's going to make a large donation here, she really can't do that because she's pregnant. You can't actually practice swordsmanship when you're pregnant. So Grand Duchess Jawara is going to open her present here. She got a present from somebody, and it's a death flower. It says yellow tulips here, okay? But look at this. Yellow tulips, flower arrangement made with yellow tulips, scent death flower. We hope you don't enjoy this because we don't like you. Well, actually, we hate you. That's what someone sent her. So, like, I was scared for a second that, like, this would actually kill her. Thankfully, it didn't. I kind of tempted fate by having her, like, view it, interact with it. But I was just thinking, like, is this actually going to kill her? Because normally in The Sims 4, if you gift somebody a death flower, it ages them up. If they're an elder already, it kills them. So I'm grateful it didn't do anything to Jawara here. But even though Hattie's a celebrity now, as a result of her, wondrous donations and stuff, I think Grand Duchess Jawara was actually terrified now that her and her family are at risk because of the irreparable harm Adekoya has done to their family reputation. So honestly, Grand Duchess Jawara is going to abdicate from the noble career. Like, she's thinking of her family here, and it's like someone sent her basically like a box full of anthrax or like a assassination attempt essentially. And thankfully it didn't work out. Like, it was just a prank. But like, this is like a box of white powder, and it's completely innocent, but like it could be confused as anthrax, and it's like a scare tactic. Like, it's making someone feel like there's people out to kill them. And Grand Duchess Jawara cares about her children. She has Obi and Amarachi. She has to put them first as a single mom here. So yeah, she's not gonna stay in the noble career. Which frees up Hattie, because Hattie, wants to be queen or pharaoh of Ondarion at some point. So now, as a result, with Grand Duchess Jawara abdicating, she will no longer even be potentially a rival for Hattie. There's other rivals in on Darion right now. Other people really close to becoming king or queen of Ondarion. There's quite a few Grand Dukes and Grand Duchesses around, like at least 2 or 3, I think. So, Hattie has to be a little careful. There's still some competition out there, but she's definitely wanting to be queen. But in the meantime, though, she is gonna actually, be a little romantic with Tetsuya. She's not, she loves him. That's her new hubby, and she's pregnant with his baby. Speaking of which, she hasn't given birth yet, so I'm still trying to give people a chance to give me baby name suggestions for Hattie and Tetsuya's child. If I don't hear any soon, we might just get whatever I name them. But I'm really open to suggestions. So if someone wants to leave a comment letting me know, like, hey, this is what I think Hattie Shepsune and Tetsuya Shepsune's baby name should be, let me know. Like, I really am open to suggestions. Leave a comment. So Adekoya here wants to have a kava party. It's part of his bucket list here. So I was thinking to myself, yeah, why not? We can do that. Got nothing else going on today. We're just kind of meandering, waiting for the baby to be born. Because it's Hattie's only, I think she's in her 2nd trimester at this point, and she'll be in her 3rd trimester by the end of this part. Also, Amarachi and Afua have a supportive dynamic now, which I think is so cute. Oh, and Obi's going through the clingy phase, so lots of stuff happening in the background here. I'm trying to keep up. This is a voiceover, so I'm not always going to notice everything or do everything the way I think I should. But Grand Duchess Jawara does want to write her greatest book ever, so she's going to write another book now called The Fall of the Durong Family, which basically is about that says here, the truth about my father's secret scandal and his pride, his selfishness, and his old age, and how it cost his daughter a kingdom. So, she's a little pissed because she blames this Death Flower Yellow Tulip gift that she got on her father, directly ruining the family reputation because he hid a secret child. He hid Afua, and honestly, I think there's really good suspicion here that he might have, actually had Afua's mother killed, and maybe even Grand Duchess Jawara's mom, honestly, because I think she died of not old age either. I don't know if they both died of fire. I'm going to look into that. But, yeah, it's a little suspicious. So there's some controversy around him. But he's going to still throw a kava party, and Grand Duchess is going to blast him in a new book. Just moving on, keeping on. As Winston Churchill would say, just keep it on, keep buggering on. But yeah, they're going to have a kava party. I got a little kava dish here for Adekoya to start preparing kava with. He's going to take it all the way to the kitchen, I believe, because, they just can't use it on the bar for some reason or on a table. It has to be on a counter. I don't know why. That seems a little silly to me, but all right. So yeah, he's going to make the kava. One thing I've noticed with this, obviously with this gameplay here, you're not going to notice it as much because I tried speeding up stuff. Yes, Jawara now will have the squeamish trait also. But I tried to speed things up in the video and cut off the bits of this video that I recorded that have these Sims not really cooperating. Because one thing I'll say is with my computer, I'm using my desktop and not my really good laptop because I need to have my laptop repaired and I can't afford to do that right now. But anyway, my desktop is having a lot of lag when I record and when I'm playing The Sims 4. And another thing is that I don't know if it's because of the lag or not, but autonomy is definitely taking a hit in this game. When I tell these Sims to do something occasionally, and it could also be the size of the household and the amount of objects in this house, obviously there's some of it too. It seems like they're all really struggling to do what I say and to remember what I'm telling them to do and to do things in a efficient manner. I definitely would rather not be using my desktop and using my laptop for this because it's so much more efficient. It's a whole lot better. But anyway, Obi and Adekoya I think are really close. I do think Obi is Adekoya's favorite grandchild actually. I think he cares for Amarachi, but he's a little mad at her still, I think, because she basically became the head of the household, head of the Durong dynasty, so to speak, and usurped his place. And I don't blame her, because, he was hiding a secret child. But yeah, I don't think he's happy with her. I don't think he's happy with her at all still. So Obi is definitely getting a lot more love from him. But so is Afua. Because, it is his daughter now, and he's trying to build bridges, have a relationship with her after all this time of just, ignoring her. But yeah, this Kava party's going well. Obviously, I've noticed also these Sims seem to be wanting to be mean autonomously, and I don't know necessarily why. I feel like I'm noticing that bit more again. Also, Obi likes rascals for some reason. Even though he's not talking to anyone, he's just dancing downstairs apparently. But anyway, yeah. I've noticed Sims starting to be a little mean again. I don't have any mods. So this is just the game. Base game and all the DLC. Like, there's no mods, just the game. And I'm starting to notice, I think Sims are trying to be autonomously a little too mean again, which was a bug they had for a while. I have noticed in my game that photos are actually working really well. Like, I haven't had any blacked out photos yet. But yeah, we're not going to get gold level or gold star on the Kava party here. But that's okay. It still crosses the Kava party off his bucket list, despite us only giving a silver star. And Grand Duchess Jawara has finished another book. She's writing level 8. It's really close to writing level 9. And if she gets to writing level skill 10, she can declare that book her greatest work or something, and I'll be able to cross that off her bucket list then. Hattie still has a few things in her bucket list, like climbing a mountain and befriending, fighting, or woohooing with a werewolf. So we'll do that eventually. This girl here, I forget her name. She's part of the Price family, but she just invited Amarachi to go to a pop concert. And so I was just like, you know what? Yeah, she's going to sneak out and do it. Like, yeah, it's a little naughty, but frankly, Amarachi's a teenager, and she's not going to be queen anymore. Her mother made that, clear this morning. So she's going to sneak out and go to the pop concert. Little tidbit for anyone trying to sneak out. Make sure you go outside to the front of the lot and walk there and then click sneak out before any of the parents can realize what you're doing. But also, Sydney Price here actually asked Amarachi on a date to a bar of all places, which is crazy because they're teenagers. They cannot be drinking at a bar, but yeah, it's literally hang out at the bar. And it's not really a date, but we're treating it as a date. But yeah, it's kind of weird having these underage teenagers hang out outside a bar. But yeah, he wanted to hang out outside a bar. And Amarachi has a crush on Sydney. And I thought, you know what? He's actually kind of cute. Why not? So I actually started having Amarachi and Sydney become friends. And started flirting and building some affectionate and relationship. Sydney, I think in the gameplay trailers for The Sims 4 high school years, was a little, at least he seemed like he was more into men. But obviously, every Sim by default, more or less, more chances than not are bi, unless you go into the game and specify otherwise. So he's right now, I think, actually going to be in a relationship with Amarachi at some point, because Amarachi has a crush on him. But I'm gonna wait and see if he asks her to be his girlfriend, and maybe he'll even ask her to go to prom actually, because I don't think Amarachi went to prom at all last week, or this week actually, which I thought was a little odd. Like, you would think she'd be able to go to prom. Someone would have asked her. I would have even gotten like a call about it. I don't remember getting anything about prom though. But yeah, they're building their relationship a little. Sydney seems like a pretty nice kid. I forget what his traits are. You might see in the video if you're paying attention, because it might have already shown it. But ooh, they might be having their first kiss soon actually too. I do really like Sydney Price. Like, I think Sydney Price and Amarachi Durong could actually be a really cute couple. Nice little black couple, black love, And yeah, they're gonna have their first kiss. Amarachi Durong, Sydney Price. Sydney's also a cheerleader, by the way. And again, I think that's leaning towards the idea, the EA devs sort of were trying to make him gay, I think, or at least bi in the storyline. But yeah, no, we're gonna say he's a cheerleader, but at the very least, he's bi. And he likes Amarachi here. But Amarachi's getting stinky. And, I definitely think I don't want them going inside the bar at all. Like, I think Amarachi was definitely, like, trying to make sure Sydney doesn't go inside the bar. Because I think Sydney, if you look at it story-wise, maybe Sydney wanted to come to the bar and he got, like, a fake ID or something. He wanted to try and, like, buy Amarachi and him some drinks at the bar. And Amarachi's like, let's not do that. Let's just talk outside. We don't need to go inside the bar. It's illegal. We're teenagers. Let's actually, like, just talk. We don't need to go inside. I think she's kind of discouraging him from it. Oh, here we go. Sydney has the active and overachiever traits. Really good traits, actually, for a guy. Like, if you're a teenage girl and your crush is an overachiever and he's active, those are really good traits, Like, yeah, sounds like a dreamboat so far. So she's actually going to take Sydney home. And even though her and Sydney are not like boyfriend-girlfriend yet, she is going to actually, I think, have Sydney spend the night. Like, I think she's going to invite him to stay the night. Which, you would normally not get away with as a teenager. Having a boy spend the night at your family's house at 3 a.m. when you're not even boyfriend, girlfriend. Parents don't know about it, nothing. But Grand Duchess Jawara, I don't know if it's because, she's a little sad about abdicating or a little scared still about the potential death threat that came to them in the form of that flower with death on it, with death smell. But yeah, she doesn't really, I think, have a problem with Amarachi here bringing Sydney over, which maybe is a little reckless because Sydney and Amarachi here are going to try and do something. But speaking of trying to do something, Hattie here pissed herself. Like, she's pregnant, and that's usually what happens when you're pregnant. You can't make it to the bathroom on time, even though there's tons of bathrooms in this lot. So unfortunately, Hattie has another scandal now. So Hattie's collecting all the scandals at this rate. Yet she hasn't had her, deal with any repercussions yet, which is nice. But yeah, a lot of scandals, honestly. So apparently another scandal. I think she has like 4 or 5 now. So Amarachi is going to actually go mess around in the shower with Sydney because she's stinky for one thing. And, I think she wants to have a little fun. Especially, I think Amarachi is especially now like letting go of any pretense of having, not even pretense, but like, I think because she was raised in royalty, was in the public eye, family legacy and all that, really big reputation, she had to really play by the rules and act a certain way, do everything by the book, be a good daughter, not break any rules. Now I think that the family legacy seems to be at risk, and, she's not going to be ever a queen now, at least because of her mom and her grandfather. I think she's just like, well, I'm going to have fun then. Also, notice how Grand Duchess Jawara is cleaning the toilet while Amarachi and Sydney are messing around the shower right behind her. I'm sorry, that's kind of weird. I don't know why she wasn't embarrassed. No one was embarrassed by this. Everybody acted like that was perfectly normal. Nobody was embarrassed. Nobody was even angry. The only one embarrassed is Adequoya. And that's because of the consequences of him having a secret child. That's literally all that was. But yeah, it's kind of wild. Like, Amarachi and Sydney messed around right behind their mother's back. And their mother, instead of like confronting them, being angry, doing something, also Amarachi showering her with her clothes on. You notice that? That's weird. That's a weird thing. She's showering with her clothes on. She's showering in jeans. That's so weird. Anyway, yeah, I just find that funny that, like, Grand Duchess Jawara was cleaning the toilet while her teenage daughter is messing around with a teenage boy in the shower. Or right behind her. It's really odd. But, yeah, that's a little chaos of The Sims, when you're playing on a computer, maybe that's a little laggy. I guess things like that happen. So my computer's trying it. It's doing some interesting choices, ain't it? Also, Hattie actually got rid of the scandal about pissing herself because she doesn't want anyone else knowing that. She paid a lot of money, but yeah, she's putting that secret down. No one's gonna know about that. Anyway, though, with its little nice frame here of Tetsuya massaging his pregnant wife Hattie. Amarachi will definitely probably have a new boyfriend soon. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of this part. Next, still got a while before Obi and the others age up.